Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Professor Dr. Patrick, and welcome to my show, BME 3100. Today, we'll be focusing on the cardiovascular system and exploring what it can do to you and how it functions in your body. To help us, we'll be watching a short film called Lub Dub. How is Bob Green able to do all these actions in the morning? It's because his body is filled with oxygen. And the reason why he has all this oxygen is because of the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is a closed-loop body function in which the heart pumps blood that is carried throughout the body via the arteries. Once it reaches the capillaries, the oxygen in the blood is transferred to the organs, and then the deoxygenated blood is carried back by the veins to the heart. And then the cycle repeats itself, where oxygenated blood goes to the organs and is returned back to the heart via the veins. As any other morning, Bob Green has just found a heart in his refrigerator. Now let me explain to you about the heart. So, deoxygenated blood returns to the heart via the superior and inferior vena cava. From here, it goes through the right atrium and right ventricle and out to the lungs via the pulmonary arteries. In the lungs, the blood is oxygenated and returns back to the heart via the pulmonary veins. Once it returns to the heart, it goes through the left atrium and left ventricle and out the aorta. From here, the blood is dispersed to the rest of the body via arteries. Bob Green hears a very mysterious lub-dub sound. Lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. What causes these lub-dub sounds? The lub-dub sounds originate because of the closing of the heart valves. Specifically, the lub sound is created by the closing of the AV valves, while the dub sound is because of the closing of the semilunar valves. The AV valves are the valves that separate the atriums and the ventricles on each side, while the semilunar valves are the valves that separate the pulmonary arteries from the ventricles. Thanks for the knife. What a wonderful film that was. That had me all the way through. I'm so blessed to have the actors of Lub Dub here on my show. Please welcome Mr. Bob Green and Mr. Green Bob. So tell me, Mr. Bob Green, How did you make this film? Why? For what purpose did you want to make this film?
Well, you see, Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick, I really drew my source of inspiration from the cardiovascular system. In the film, you can see that my sympathetic nervous system kicked in and my blood pressure rose. Blood pressure is a really interesting topic, by the way. It's highest in the arteries and lowest in the veins. Now what actually happens is you have the ventricle, which contracts, and then the semilunar valve opens and ejects that blood. The blood then goes into the aorta and the arteries, where the elastic walls store some of that pressure. Now the name of the measurement for this pressure is called pulse pressure. And I just really took that information and imbued it into my acting. I thought it was really helpful to do that.
Wow, I could see it from every single scene, from when you walked through the kitchen, opened the refrigerator door, and was on the floor. I could see that. Wow, that's such a great story to hear from.
Thanks.
Mr. Green Bob, though, your acting was phenomenal. I can definitely see you winning an Oscars for the 2016. How did you get so emotionally invested in this role?
Well, that's a good question, because my character was supposed to be a villain, the bad guy. And so to sort of get into my role before every take, I would often drink a liter of blood. And sometimes in the morning I would also bath in blood. Because blood, I really felt like, characterized what I wanted to become. Blood is such an interesting part of the body. It transports nutrients and oxygen throughout the body. It works to regulate the temperature, the acid-basis concentrations, and it works in the immune system. Also, blood is composed of mostly water, but also ions, organic molecules, trace elements, and gases. And it has 3 cellular components. Most people don't know this, but it does. It has red blood cells, which works to transport the nutrients, white blood cells, and platelets for immune system relief. So it's everything I wanted to become.
Wow. There you go, folks. Such a great movie. 2 wonderful actors here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week's episode. Next week, we'll be discussing a German film called Beer, 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 and More Beer. If you like my video, please subscribe and follow me for more ridiculous and dumb videos about unnecessary things. Thank you. Have a good day.